Baby Burger is 100% fake. I am telling you right now, it is 100% fake. I have all the evidence right here. If you don't know what Baby Burger is, it's like Greenball, Dafu Love, and all these other stupid dark web, deep web videos. And guess who perpetuated these lies all these years? About 8 years ago, our great friend, our beloved and trusted source known as Takedown Tits. I mean Takedown Man, sorry. Sometimes I get his name wrong. Even I call him Rana de Toro, which is bullfrog in Spanish. And this guy goes around just making up shit, and I don't get it. I don't get it. And the worst part is, those videos get 250,000 views, and now they're on TikTok. There's people on TikTok talking about Baby Burger as recent as a month to 2 ago. And you already know how they are. They got the white earbuds, and they got the little speaker. If you hear this story, you'll never be the same again. You'll be traumatized. Oh, give me a fucking break, dude. You're like 15 years old. Don't you got homework to do? Take your ass to bed. It's like 8 o'clock. It's completely stupid. And here's the story of Baby Burger. So this woman and her baby get taken right by these two men. They throw in a car. And after they throw... Oh, should I do the creepypasta voice? Baby Burger. This woman and her baby get taken into a car. After they're taken into this car, this vehicle drives to a forest. And inside this forest is awaiting horrors so unspeakable, unimaginable by human comprehension. They take this baby and put it into a wood chipper. After this baby is put into a wood chipper, the two men proceed to consume this baby. And it's all recorded, and nobody has access to it, and it's only on the dark web / deep web. But Takedown Man obviously has it because he's the Takedown Man. Cue his music. Just a really stupid trap beat. I used to like it as a kid, but now that I don't like him anymore, I don't like his song. Grr. Again, I'm supposed to believe that these two guys went to a forest and made like a Big Mac out of a kid. Sorry, a Mini Mac. They made a Mini Mac. They're just sitting there like,
can I have cheeseburger, please? Cheeseburger.
Dude, you were just so full of horse shit. It's not even funny. And before I even get into this video, I gotta ask you a serious question, Takedown Man, and please answer. And it's either A or B. Only two answers. There's no shades of gray in between. One of two things are true. Either you are such an idiotic buffoon that your stupidity eclipses the sun itself, or you're just a fat fucking liar. One of those two things are true. There's nothing in between. Either you are so gullible, you just believe whatever you're told, because, I mean, someone said it online, and as we know, nobody lies online. Well, you just make this shit up. Which one is it? Which one is it? And you can just sit out here, and I'm seriously, just be serious. Just say, you know what, Cold Raven? I made this shit up for views, Cold Raven. Just say it. And that, you know what? I'll say, you know what? It was years ago, and we'll just give you the pass, man, as long as you're honest. But if you're gonna fucking sit here and stick to your guns and be like, no, I definitely heard about it, then you're gonna just fall into the category of just gullible as shit. Especially when these stories don't make any sense. And here's a great kicker to this shit. Remember when I said in my last video when I was talking about Dafu Love, people are just going to take whatever video they want, upload it to YouTube, and just put whatever title they want on it. And they did it with Dafu Love. They took American Guinea Pig, you know, the one that they said is Dafu Love, and uploaded it and called it Baby Burger. The same shit. So is it Dafu Love? Is it Baby Burger? Or is it bullshit? Here's how the story goes according to Takedown Tits, Takedown Man. He was on the dark web. As per usual, he was on the deep web, the dark web. This is his home, man. He's sitting there like he's in his fucking bat cave and shit. Got like 8 VPNs. He got NordVPN, Atlas VPN. He got like Surfshark. Got all these VPNs. He has like a 5G tower outside. This Omega VPN, man. And if you try to track him, it'll just make your house blow the fuck up. He's typing with this Brazilian guy. And this Brazilian guy speaks no English, by the way, you know, of course. And why I say this, that he doesn't speak any English, because Takedown Man specifically says he uses a translator to convert, you know, Portuguese to English Which, half of this story doesn't make any fucking sense, so it's kind of like a scapegoat. That's kind of like his out route. You know, when you're like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. Well, to be fair, I was using a translator. So it's kind of like he set up like an escape way, an exit way for himself to run away from the truth. So he's talking to this Brazilian guy who happens to speak no fucking English whatsoever, and he asks the Brazilian guy, is it real? And the Brazilian guy responds with, yes, it is real. Or he says, Bombija Bubi. Translated to English, it is real. Then Takedown Man. Takedown Man. I'm not even joking. Who would ask a question so idiotic? Ours truly. He asked this Brazilian guy, do I really want to know what happens inside this video? Now, how the fuck would he be able to answer that? How would he be able to answer if you want to know? Only you would know if you want to know. What is he, Professor Xavier? And there we go, he just read your mind. And in your deepest, darkest pits of your mind, you do want to know. How is he supposed to know if you want to know? Only you can answer that. That's like me going out in public and asking someone, do I like chicken? How the fuck would you know if I like chicken if I never told you? Dude, and I know that does not poke a hole inside the story, but it just goes to show how much of a buffoon this fucking guy is. And it's just... One thing I need to make straight. Let's make this shit clear. Crystal clear. Let's make it as clear and as transparent as fucking water from Fiji. If this guy comes out with his birth certificate, his ID, and his social security card hanging out of his mouth, still do not believe his name is his name as he says. Be skeptical about everything that comes out this guy's mouth. Matter of fact, be skeptical about everything on the internet, especially if it's these deep web, dark web videos. Again, I debunked Snuff R73 when people were saying it has all this child material in it. No, it does not. I debunked it, and I did a review on it. It did not. It did not. Debunked Dafu Love does not exist. And here I am debunking this bullshit. Oh, God. Dude, if Takedown Man got his hands on Snuff R73, like, if he knew about it, oh, I could imagine he would have made, like, 8 videos on this shit. I mean, this guy, dude. This guy said he got his name Takedown Man. I'm not even joking. He said he got his name Takedown Man from his MMA career because he used to take guys down all the time. Well, Takedown Man, I looked you up. You did not take guys down all the time. I saw you on Sure Dog. You had one fight and you got knocked out in 19 seconds. I am dead serious. He got knocked out in 19 seconds by some fat trucker. What do you He just makes shit up. Like, this guy is just like a lying machine. He's a lying robot 2000. And take those with you. Take those shits with you. Sell them on eBay. 2 for $1, $11.99. Then this guy from Brazil says there's evidence everywhere. This is what this guy says. He says evidence everywhere, which there's no evidence in here. There's no evidence in here. No evidence over there. I checked my drawers. There's no evidence. So what are you talking about? There's evidence everywhere. I checked Reddit, Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo. I checked everywhere. Twitter, there is no evidence. All you're going to find is other people regurgitating the exact same fucking story these two idiots are perpetrating, or this one idiot who made up his friend online. Doesn't exist. Fuck, this guy got 250,000 views off this video, and I believed this shit when I was a teenager. So you can see my frustration, right? Son of a bitch. Oh, here's another great part. So these guys were saying, the Brazilian guy, he said, the reason you can't find it is because the real name of it is not even called Baby Burger. It's called Job 20. Looked it up. Still couldn't find it. Doesn't exist. You just won't find it because it doesn't exist. And then this Brazilian guy apparently asked Takedown Man, are you ready physically and mentally? Well, let's take a look at him. Doesn't look ready physically whatsoever. And if we're going to take this from a guy who's just as gullible as fucking shit, just sitting there, just believing whatever you tell him, he's about as smart as a toddler. I don't think he's really ready mentally either. If you give me 15 minutes in a Twix bar, I promise you, I can convince Takedown Man his first name is Chris. You probably don't believe me. It would go just like this. Your name's Chris. No, it's not. It's Chris. No, it's not. Hi, Chris. How you doing, Chris? Me? Oh, you talking to me? Oh, I'm Chris. Oh, hi. How you doing, Cold Raven? That's exactly how that shit would go. I fucking promise you. And I would spend the next 14 and a half minutes enjoying my Twix. So then after that, it says that there's a camera on the table, and on the table's the baby. Let's go. And then the Brazilian guy says that by the look of the baby, it is this woman's baby, just by looking at it, which, what are you talking about? Every baby looks identical. Every baby's with a fat face and a baby chin, its tongue coming out of its mouth and a smushed nose. Every baby looks identical. How can you look at a baby and be like, yeah, you look just like your mother? Oh, it looks just like the mother. Babies look so identical that when women give birth and they put it into the baby room, to keep it away, sometimes families go home with the wrong child. And this happens more often than you think. This is actually pretty common. So you're telling me by just looking at the baby, you can tell it's the mother's, even though 70% of the population is brown-haired and brown-eyed. What the... you know what? Here's the better part of this. The guy's saying he has evidence in certain papers. Oh, these certain papers, he has evidence that proves that this baby is the mother's baby, which... What does that have to do with the fucking story? Who cares if the baby's the mother's or whose baby it is? And even if it's not the mother's, again, what does that have to do with the fucking storyline? This is so stupid, like, campfire tale you're trying to tell me. And even at that, how do you have these papers? But these are papers that aren't public. So the CIA and the FBI, they're sitting there scratching their head like, drooling out their fucking mouths. Even though they're backed by billions of dollars, backed by country, they're backed by thousands and thousands of tons of gold. They have technology hundreds of years in the future, so advanced we will never see it in our lifetimes. But they can't find this. Only you can find it. Because you're a super secret hacker elite. And so is Takedown Man. This is so... Oh, you know what? It just hit me. I'm wrong. I'm so wrong. I apologize, guys. I apologize. This is a sincere apology for me. I was so dead wrong about Takedown Man. It just hit me. I forgot about the pyramid scheme. So down here, this is what's known as the rat race. This is all of us. Just a bunch of rodents, we just a bunch of rodents. We really mean nothing to society. And then you got the politicians, the mayors, the senators, and above all the politicians is the president himself, the president of the United States. And above the president is the FBI and the CIA, because we all know that the FBI and CIA are just going to crack down on anybody that they want to. For the simple fact is, no one's above the law. And above the law, which they say no one's above it, are the billionaires. The big corporations and big pharma, and these guys just control the world. Or so you thought. People think that the New World Order is like a secret cult or something like that. It's not. No. The New World Order is Takedown Man. He's above everybody. So like, the 8 to 9 billion humans were all under Takedown Man. They're going to start a new religion about this guy. And here's the great part. You got like Bill Gates on like one hand. He's like a puppeteer. These are his puppets. You got Bill Gates over here. Jeff Bezos. And you used to have Steve Jobs on his payroll. Steve Jobs stepped out of line. Haven't heard about him since. This guy sits in his like 25-story mansion. And when I say story, I don't mean 25 levels. I mean you could actually read 25 fucking books in the time it would take you to go from the first floor to the top floor. And he has like, the Scarface, the world is your blimps? He has like 5 of those shits. 5 of them. They're just going around his house all day. And he has an actual Jurassic Park in his backyard. Every day he wakes up at 7 o'clock, has his cup of coffee, and rides his pet fucking T-Rex. This guy's not even a trillionaire. He's like a septillionaire. So much money. Oh, and you know how Pluto's no longer a planet? The reason why it's no longer a planet is because he actually bought Pluto. And he has, tea parties with Yetis over there. You are so full of shit, it's not even funny. You are so out of your mind. Like, I'm serious. There's no way you would ever find fucking sanity or sentience ever again on this planet. I can't believe some of the shit that comes out of your mouth. So going off of that, 2 guys hop out of a car. And, oh my God. 2 guys hop out of a car. They push this woman over, then they take the woman, and just the way it's worded makes no fucking sense whatsoever. They make it seem like they just left her there, and then they make it seem like they took her, but then like there's only 2 guys, so one guy's driving the car, so then who's holding a baby and holding a woman? And we know how women are. We've seen it all the time in police footage, and we've seen it in videos where if you try to take a child from a woman or a baby, you think she's just gonna sit there and just keel over? Are you out of your fucking mind? She's going to claw your eyes out. She's going to bite your throat out. She's going to try to rip your balls off. She's going to do everything. A woman will die 100 times over before you even try to harm a kid. And she's just, oh, there you go. She's just sitting in the back like, as you're just driving her to a fucking forest and holding on to her baby. She's not fighting you whatsoever. So these 2 guys, what is this guy? The guy in the front is just holding her baby like a bottle of fucking liquor while the other guy just have her in a headlock while she's not doing anything. And here's even the better part. It's security camera footage, right? That's recording this. And then when they go to the forest, it's one of the guys who has the camera, right? How the fuck did they get the security camera footage? How did they get their hands on that? Interesting question, right? How did these two guys splice their footage with the security camera footage? How did they do that? How did they get their hands on that footage? They didn't. Because it doesn't exist. Makes no fucking sense. So they drive to a forest, or as a Brazilian guy says, a place with many, many trees. Well, many, many trees. What other place has many, many trees? A fucking jungle? So they put like the GTA hover car cheat and they just floated over an ocean and just went to the jungles of Africa. Of course they went to a forest. And after that, these guys are wearing white shirts, and I kid you not, they were wearing, and I quote verbatim, black somethings on their faces. What's a black something? Is it a mask on? Fuck it, mask off. Percocet. You're just so dumb. Just so dumb. You just can't even call it a mask. Or maybe, this is what I think. Okay, first thing, I was about to say that maybe, Takedown Man's leaving that out, so it kind of makes it seem like this guy doesn't know English, but then I just remembered, he's just typing in Portuguese and he's using translation, so why would someone say some things? Like, again, you're just trying so hard to make this seem real. And then after that, if this doesn't sound like a crock of shit yet, this right here is like, this is like the smoking gun on how this does not exist. This is the smoking gun. So there is just no way you will ever believe this story after I tell you this insane detail. They put the baby on the table. They put the camera down. And it's like a wooden bench, right? That's conveniently there. And what they do is they put the baby on this wooden bench or table. And then they put the camera there. And they put a cover over the camera, a yellow cloth over the camera. So the camera's like this, covered with a yellow cloth. And the guy who said he saw the video says that these guys started doing nasty things. We won't go into detail. Started doing nasty things to this baby. Then they started hitting the baby in the face and slapping it. And these guys, while they were doing it, were laughing maniacally. How the fuck were you able to see it if the camera's covered? Did you just forget? And you know what the best part is? You're probably sitting there and saying, maybe he forgot. No, he didn't forget, because the very next sentence he says they take the cloth off the fucking camera. The next sentence, I kid you not. He literally says, then they take the cloth off the camera. Remember in my Dafu Love review when I said these guys will say something and then contradict themselves in the very next sentence? Well, right here. So unless this guy watching the video had Superman's X-ray vision or fucking Neji Hyuga's Byakugan from Naruto, there is no way he saw it. Matter of fact, there's zero chance, because it does not exist. Oh my god. Then they took out a tree trunk shredding machine, aka a wood chipper. Just conveniently there, wood chippers, you can just fit them in your pocket. Even though they're so massive, you have to put tree trunks in it. They just had this like $1,000 machine just carrying around. Oh yeah, this 15-ton machine. Yeah, I just happen to have it right here. They get this wood chipper, and then they drop the baby to its death. Which, oh my god. If a baby falls 4 to 5, even 6 feet, it won't die. How do I know this? It's just common fucking sense for one. And I remember being in a daycare. I was in a daycare when I was a kid. I was like 4 to 5 years old. I was sucking my fingers. And a baby crawled out of its crib and banged its head on a ceramic floor. It was a 4 to 5 foot drop onto a ceramic floor. You know what the baby did? It was like this. That's literally what it did. And everybody's like, oh my god, the baby, is it okay? And I was like, oh, it's okay. And I'm sitting there. That motherfucker gonna be a dumbass adult when he older. That's exactly what happened. So this idea that you're gonna drop a baby 5 to 6 feet onto soft dirt in a forest, because we've already established it's in a forest. You drop a baby 5 feet onto soft dirt in a forest, and it's just like you dropped it off the Empire State Building. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up. And then after this baby, oh, and by the way, depending on who tells the story, the details change. So that's another red flag on how this is fake as fuck. Some other guy said they chopped the baby into pieces. But in Takedown Man's version of this story, they just drop it to its death. Which is, again, it's like when people tell Three Little Pigs. The order of the houses change, and, who the wolf is and all this. It just, the details change depending on who you ask. So they dropped the baby to its death, allegedly, which, again, it never happened. Then they put it inside of the meat grinder. And then the guys start eating the meat. And that's why it's called baby burger. Which now I have a thought to say about that. They grinded up the entire baby whole, right? So that means this baby was grinded up with its brain, right? That would literally mean that these guys would get what's called kuru. If you don't know what kuru is, it was discovered because, cannibalistic tribes. And kuru is when you eat another human's brain, whether you cook it or not, and it starts putting holes in, it's like a neurodegenerative disease, and it kills you all the time. You will die if you get kuru. It's a death sentence. There's no surviving. There's no cure. There's nothing. As soon as you eat a human brain, you're dead. So these guys just went and got kuru. Oh, and here's the best part. Here is the best part. They let the mother live, and the mother apparently made a police report that does not exist. And the Brazilian guy says this: I would tell you the more details of this story, but these people in the video are very powerful people. Oh my God. If I had a fucking peso, if I had like a fucking Indian rupee for every time I've heard powerful people in one of these deep web, dark web, bullshit web, web in your ass type of stories, dude, I would be a gajillionaire. They would have to make up a new number for how much money I'd fucking have. I'd be able to buy the Earth. I'd be able to buy the solar system. Okay, I'd be able to buy my way into fucking heaven. I'd be able to pay enough money to create a heaven and then buy my way in. Man. And then Takedown Man ends it off after hearing all this bullshit. After I guess making up this mental dribble, he says, maybe it exists because a lot of people said they seen it. Yes, Takedown Man. Yes. The people in your head said they saw it. Yep. It's time for medication. That's what time it is. It's time for medication now. Oh my God, people. If you've been prescribed meds from a doctor, I suggest you take them. Okay. I suggest you do. That's just what it is. There is just no fucking way you have sat here and I think you made this shit up from scratch. I think you sat down, made a recipe book of just horse shit and put it online for clicks. That's my theory. And there's no way I can prove it because you dropped this when I was like 15. But here's one thing I can prove. I can, in fact, prove that it's bullshit as I just done because it makes no sense 99% of the time. Oh, and one more thing I do want to say. At the end of the video, Takedown Man was like, I'm going to link in the description all the YouTubers talking about it that show evidence. I checked the description. There's no links. Alright, man. So Baby Burger's been debunked. I debunked Snuff R73. Debunked Dafu Love. I just debunked Baby Burger. There's like 3 other, maybe like 1 to 2, maybe even 3. I don't know. I just do not know with this guy. He's popping out these videos back like from like 2013, like 2016. He was popping out these fucking videos, man. Just these weird ass videos of babies being eaten and decimated and all this weird shit. Is weird shit. And at a point, he even said that his friend bought, I'm not even kidding, he said his friend bought Daisies and watched it. I am dead serious. I saw that, like, before I started recording this, I saw it. And he was like, yeah, he bought it for $800 and now he's in a mental hospital. I just don't know with this guy. I don't know. So with that being said, man, I've had enough. Like, favorite, share. Most importantly, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Check out my Patreon for early access content, exclusive content, early access Discord. Or will I make the Discord public? I probably won't. It's going to be a Patreon Discord, I guess, for now. And get your name at the credits of a video. And if you're a guy, go jerk your dick. If you're a chick, go flick your bean. I'm your boy, Cold Raven. Peace. Peace.